Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, we have an app by the name Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses, and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses, if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs then in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times, and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days, and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams. Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you are all good. In today's video, we will be discussing important current affairs of 7th May. The session will be very helpful and interesting, so do pay attention till the end. First, we are talking about India. India has recently added a record 10 gigawatt of solar energy capacity in the year 2022 till now, as per your Markham report. I repeat, this is the organization that has released, that is Markham report, or Markham has released a report that stated that India has added 10 gigawatt of solar capacity in the year 2022 itself. Also remember, in the year 2020, India saw a 3.2 gigawatt of solar energy increased in its capacity, and then in 2021 India saw again 10% or 10 gigawatts of solar energy increased. That was a 210% year over year increase as compared to 2020. This report was released by Markham India Research. Remember this is important. All right, this report was released by Markham Communication India, a subsidiary of US based Markham Capital. Just remember Markham name, that this is the organization that released the data that stated that India has recorded a growth of 10 gigawatts of solar capacity in the year 2022. Now, if we talk about some of the yojanas or scheme that was started by the government of India that is related to solar energy, first is your PM Kusum Yojana. What is PM Kusum? It is stands for Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Abhiyan. Alright, I repeat, PM Kusum stands for, PM is for Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahayabhiyan. The objective of this scheme was to provide energy and water security to the farmers and enhance their incomes, de-dieselize the farm sector, and reduce environmental pollution. De-dieselize means to reduce the use of diesel and petrol, because we know farmers use diesels in the generators to run power turbines or any other equipment. All right, this was PM Kusum. Second, you need to remember about ISA, that is your International Solar Alliance. This is a joint venture between India and France that was started in 2015. The headquarter of this International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, Haryana. Even remember, United States of America is also a part of this International Solar Alliance. India and France together started this alliance under the idea that was one world, one sun, and one grid, an alliance of 121 solar resource rich countries lying fully or partially between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. Just remember, International Solar Alliance joint venture between India and France that was started in 2015, and the headquarter of this is in Gurugram, Haryana. And the idea under which this was launched is one world, one sun, one grid. Alright, so coming back, India added 10 gigawatts of solar energy capacity in 2022 as per the Mercom Communication India report. Moving on. Swamita. Swamita, first of all, you should know the full form of this Swamita. Survey of villages, Abadi and mapping with improvised technology in village areas. This is the full form of Swamita scheme. This scheme marks the second anniversary on 24th of April 2022. Alright, then the question can be asked, when was the year in which this Swamita scheme launched? This was launched on 24th of April 2020, and this year in 2022 it marked the second anniversary of this Swamita scheme, that is survey of villages, Abadi and mapping with improvised technology in village areas. This was released by whom? It was released by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this was released on the occasion of National Panchayati Raj Day. Alright, we know that on 24th of April it is your Panchayati Raj Day. See, in order to commemorate it, this Swamita scheme was also launched on the National Panchayati Raj Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi used this Swamita scheme as a mantra for development and improving trust in the villages with the help of modern technology. So remember, question will be asked that recently, when do we observe Swamita scheme? First question. What is the full form of Swamita scheme? Second question. When was Swamita scheme started? And Swamita scheme was launched on which date? So these are some questions that you need to pay attention to. Do take a note of these questions. So full form, we know survey of villages, Abadi mapping and improvised technology in village area. This is the scheme. Then I repeat, survey of villages, Abadi and mapping with improvised technology in village area. Swamita, this is the theme. This is the full form. Then when was it launched? It was launched on National Panchayati Raj Day, that is on 24th of April 2020. And this time in 2022 we observed the second anniversary of this Swamita scheme. Alright, mark this. Moving on. Now, if we talk about this Swamita scheme, remember, as we saw, this was released by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 24th of April 2020. And on which day? On Panchayati Raj Day it was released. So remember, Swamita, it is a central sector scheme of the Ministry of Panchayati Raj. If question is asked, which is the responsible ministry? It is Ministry of Panchayati Raj that launched this nationwide on National Panchayati Raj on 24 April 2021 after success completion. That means in 2020 this was launched on pilot basis. Then till 2021 it was in a pilot basis. Then we saw the success of this pilot based program. Then after this it was successfully launched nationwide. Alright, that means it was launched nationwide on 2021. It was launched in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Haryana in 2020 to 2021. That was on pilot basis. Then in 2021 we saw the success of this Swamita scheme and we realized that yes, this project can be implemented on a large scale. What were the objectives? To bring financial stability to the citizens in rural India by enabling them to use their property as a financial asset for taking loans and other financial benefits. Second was to create accurate land records for rural planning, determination of property tax, creation of survey infrastructure and geographic information system maps that can be leveraged by any department for their use. So these are some of the objectives of Swamita scheme. Moving on. Adani Wilmar dislodges Hull from the position of India's largest FMCG company. What is FMCG? First of all, FMCG stands for Fast Moving Consumer Goods Company. So recently, Adani Wilmar Limited became the largest FMCG company. First question, that which is the largest FMCG recently in India? It is Adani Wilmar Limited. So direct and simple, Adani Wilmar Limited replaced whom? They replaced HUL. Adani Wilmar Limited, that is AWL, reported a total operational revenue of 54,214 crore rupees for the fiscal year 2022, whereas Hull reported a revenue of just 51,464 crore rupees for 21-22. Alright, so direct and simple, remember, Adani Wilmar Limited has replaced HUL as the India's largest FMCG company. And what is FMCG? Fast moving consumer goods company. If we talk about Adani Wilmar Limited, Adani Wilmar is a 50-50 joint venture between business conglomerate Adani Group and Singapore-based Wilmar that recently got listed on the stock exchange after raising 3,600 crore rupees and an IPO. Who is the CEO and MD of Wilmar Adani Wilmar Limited? Anshu Malik, and the headquarter is in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. All right, moving on. Next. Next, we are talking about Tata Power Solar Systems secure India's largest solar EPC order from SJVN Limited. I repeat, Tata Power Solar Limited System has recently secured the India's largest solar EPC order from SJVN Limited. Remember this Tata Power Solar System Limited, it is a wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Power and has won the India's largest single solar engineering procurement and construction order of 1 gigawatt for around 5500 crore rupees from the public under sector undertaking SJVN Limited, that is your PSU. I repeat, which organization has recently secured India's largest single order of EPC, that is your engineering, that they will be making it, they will be procuring the material and they will be constructing that. All right. So India's largest single solar EPC order has been secured by whom? Tata Power Solar Limited for around 5500 crore rupees and from the SJVN Limited. This EPC order, that is your engineering, procurement and construction order, has been structured so that the company can use Indian made cells and modules. Next, we will be talking about NASA. NASA's Cynthia Rosenwig has received World Food Prize for the year 2022. As you can see her in the picture, she is Cynthia Rosenwig. All right, and she is from NASA. All right, she has received what? She has received World Food Prize for 2022. All right. The Des Moines based World Food Prize Foundation has conferred the World Food Prize to NASA's Cynthia Rosenberg. She is an American agronomist and a climatologist in recognition of her modeling of the climate crisis impact on food production. I repeat, if we are talking about World Food Prize for the year 2022, this award was presented by whom? It was presented by Des Moines. Cynthia Rosenwig received this prize for her amazing work that she did for the climate change crisis impact on food production. She did a research on it, that how climate is impacting our food production, how climate is changing the food production levels, how we want required, like for example, if a land used to grow certain amount, say 1 ton of vegetables every year, but now due to the climate and various other reasons, say soil can also be degraded, but how the climate is impacted on the amount of food that we are producing. And in certain areas we are seeing that the crops that we used to grow before 5 to 10 years is not now being able to grow in that quantity. So how they are changing it, which areas will now be receiving more amount of rainfall so that we can do production of food in that particular area. So all the research on such thing, how climate crisis or how climate is impacting on food production, Cynthia Rosenberg received the prize, that is World Food Prize. This 2022 World Food Prize laureate was announced by Barbara Stinson, the president of World Food Prize Foundation, during a ceremony that was hosted by United States Department of States. Coming back, NASA's Cynthia Rosenwig received the World Food Prize for the year 2022, and it was the Des Moines based World Food Prize Foundation that conferred the World Food Prize to NASA's Cynthia Rosenberg, and she's a American agronomist and a climatologist. And for what work she received this World Food Prize? It was for her recognition of her for modeling the climate crisis that has impact on food production. Then if we talk about World Food Prize, this World Food Prize was founded by a Nobel Peace Prize laureate in 1986, and he is Norman Borlaug. I repeat, Norman Borlaug founded this World Food Prize in 1986. This award was presented for the first time to whom, or question can be asked, the first edition of this World Food Prize was presented to whom? It was presented to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan of India in 1987. That means it was established in 1986, and for the first time it was presented in 1987 to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan of India. According to World Food Prize Foundation, the World Food Prize is a prestigious international award conceived as the Nobel Prize for Food and Agriculture. What is the Nobel Prize for Mathematics, we know there is a no Nobel Prize for mathematics. So other award by the name Abel Prize is given in the field of maths, that is considered as Nobel Prize in mathematics. Similarly, World Food Prize, this is a Nobel Prize for food and agriculture that was started in 1986, and for the first time it was given to, or the first edition of this award was given to, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan of India in 1987. And recently this award, World Food Prize for the year 2022, was presented to NASA's Cynthia Rosenwig, and she's a NASA's American agronomist and a climatologist for her work for modeling of the climate crisis impact on food production. Next, we'll be talking about DFPD, that is your Department of Food and Public Distribution, has recently won the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration. This award was presented to DFPD for its One Nation, One Ration Card scheme that was recently launched for under a category innovation. Important thing you need to remember here is that Prime Minister Narendra Modi conferred the award on the occasion of 15th Civil Service Day that we observed on 21st of April 2022. I repeat, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave the award, PM Award, that was the Prime Minister Award for Excellence in Public Administration 2020. This award was presented to whom? This award was presented to the Department of Food and Public Administration. And for what reason he was awarded? This organization was awarded for its One Nation, One Ration Card scheme that was started under category innovation. This award was presented by Narendra Modi on 15th Civil Service Day, that is on 21st of April. The scheme is enabled in 35 states and union territories, covering around 77 crore beneficiaries in India. So let's revise it once again. If we are talking about Prime Minister Award for Excellence in Public Administration 2020, this award was presented to the Department of Food and Public Distribution. This award was presented by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 15th Civil Service Day, that is on 21st of April. And DFPD, that is your Department of Food and Public Distribution, was awarded with this Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration for its One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. Next we are talking about Dr. Beena Modi. She is the chairperson of Modi Enterprises, and she has recently won the Women Transforming India Award. I repeat, who won the Women Transforming India Award? She is Dr. Beena Modi, and she is the chairperson of Modi Enterprises recently. And remember, this award was presented to her, or she conferred this award during the IAC's 6th edition of the Entrepreneurship Leader Award. I repeat, she was awarded with the Women Transforming Award during the 6th edition of IACC, that is your Indo-American Chamber of Commerce 6th edition of Entrepreneur and Leadership Award of 2022. Who presented her this award? Jyotiraditya Scindia, who is the Union Minister for Ministry of Civil Aviation, presented Dr. Beena Modi with the Women Transforming India Award during the IACC's 6th edition of Entrepreneur Leadership Award of 2022. She is the President and Managing Director of Godfrey Phillips India Limited and the Chairperson and Managing Director of Indophil Industries Limited. Coming back, let's revise. Who received the Women Transforming India Award? She is Dr. Beena Modi. When she received this Women Transforming India Award, it was during the 6th edition of IACC's Entrepreneur Leadership Award 2022. Who gave her this award, or who presented her this award? Jyotiraditya Scindia, who is the Union Minister of Civil Aviation, has recently presented her with the Women Transforming India Award, and she is Dr. Beena Modi. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Russia. Russia has recently launched a secret military spacecraft into orbit. The spacecraft was launched using Russia's new Angara 1.2 rocket. I repeat, the rocket that took this military spacecraft into orbit, or this secret military spacecraft into orbit, was your Angara 1.2 rocket, and it is of Russia. Russia launched this secret military spacecraft into orbit around the Earth using Russia's new Angara 1.2 rocket. That is a light launch vehicle. The launch of this secret military spacecraft took place at the Plestek cosmodrome in the town of Murny in the northwestern Russian region of Angraklas Oblast. Just remember, it was released from Russia. This secret spacecraft is of Russia, and the light launch vehicle that or the rocket that took this secret military spacecraft into orbit was your Angara 1.2 rocket. If we are talking about this new Russia's military spacecraft, likely this is a top secret radar military satellite system for use in the war of Ukraine. For launching this military spacecraft, Russia used for the first time the Angara 1.2 rocket. Alright, it is not clear what it is, but it is a secret military spacecraft that was launched by Russia into the space. So resources suggest that this is a top secret radar military satellite system that will be used by Russia against Ukraine during the war, and the spacecraft or the rocket that took this space secret military spacecraft into the orbit was your Angara 1.2 rocket of Russia. If we are talking about Russia, remember it was assault rifles that we procured from Russia recently. They were AK-203. The first batch of these AK-203 assault rifles were procured by India. Next we'll be talking about a new plant species that was discovered recently in Idukki, Kerala. It is Peperomia albertia. I repeat, Peperomia albertia. It is the name of the new plant species that was discovered in the Idukki district of Kerala. Researchers at the Postgraduate and Research Department of Botany at St. Albert's College in Kochi, Kerala discovered this new species of Peperomia albertia in Idukki district of Kerala. Just remember this. This was discovered where? It was discovered in the Idukki district of Kerala. Moving on. Next, we are talking about Antalya's 2022 Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1. Tarundeep Rai and Riddhi has won the gold medal in the recurved mixed team title during the Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1. Indian archers Padma Shri awardee Tarundeep Rai and Riddhi has won the gold medal under the recurved mixed team category at the Antalya 2022 Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1 that was held in Turkey from 18th to 24th of April. Now the question can be asked from this topic is that who has won the gold medal in Antalya 2022 Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1 that was held in Turkey. So there are two persons that you need to remember because it is a mixed team. Padma Shri awardee Tarandeep Rai and Riddhi have won the gold medal in the mixed team event during this event. Then remember, Tarundeep Rai was the part of the gold medal winning team at the 2010 Shanghai Archery World Cup also. Just remember the information, two names you have to remember, Tarundeep Rai and Riddhi. They won what? Gold medal during what? During Antalya 2022 Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1. And where was this held? This was held in Turkey. Next we are talking about Indo-Pakistan War of 1917 reminiscences of air warriors. Recently, remember, our defense minister has released a book titled Indo-Pakistan War 1971 Reminiscences of Air Warriors. This book was released by whom? Rajnath Singh, who is the defense minister of India, released this book. Then remember, important thing is this book titled Indo-Pak War 1971 Reminiscences of Indian Warriors. This book was released at the 37th Air Chief Marshal PC Lal Memorial Lecture that was organized by the Air Force Association in New Delhi. So question can be asked, we know that this was released by our defense minister Rajnath Singh, but this was released when? This was released at the 37th Air Chief Marshal PC Lal Memorial Lecture that was organized by Air Force Association in New Delhi. And the name of the book is Indo-Pak War 1971 Reminiscences of Air Warriors. Next we will be talking about International No Diet Day. When do we observe International No Diet Day? On 6th of May. That means it is a cheat day. This day will be a cheat day for all the gym lovers. Alright. So International No Diet Day is observed on 6th of May. This International No Diet Day observed on 6th of May to celebrate body acceptance, including fat acceptance and body shape diversity. That means, irrespective of the shape of your body, be it a fat body, be it a slim body, all right, it doesn't matter. All the bodies are accepted, all the bodies are beautiful. So, in order to create awareness about the potential dangers of dieting, also, we know recently that Shane Warne recently died due to heart attack. He was just around 50 to 54 years of age. Excessive dieting and excessive workouts can also leads to many health problems which are not good for your body. So in order to create awareness about the potential dangers of excessive dieting and excessive workout, this international no diet day is observed on 6th of May. What was the objective? It was to raise awareness about the weight discrimination, honor the victims of eating disorders and weight loss surgery, highlight the facts about dieting and its false predictions, help end weight discrimination, sizeism, and fat phobia. That means, irrespective of the size of your body, all the bodies are considered to be beautiful. Next we'll be talking about a Maharashtra scheme, that is Jeev Hala. It is to provide loans to immediate state prisons launch. From the last 1 month, I have been discussing this question, that which is the state that has started personal loan scheme specifically for prisoners. It is your Maharashtra government. All right, they have started a loan scheme that will be providing personal loans to the prisoners. This Maharashtra Department of Prisoners, this is the first of its kind loan scheme by the name Jeev Hala. So question now, you have to remember this also. If I ask you anytime that what was the name of the state that launched a personal loan scheme for prisoners, it was Maharashtra. And apart from that, you need to remember that the name of the scheme was what? Jeev Hala. All right. This Jeev Hala will be provided to any prisoner who has for more than 3 years. That means who is serving sentence in jail across the state for more than 3 years. It is offered by Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank. So Jeev Hala. What is Jeev Hala? Jeev Hala. Jeev Hala is a personal loan scheme for the prisoners started by Maharashtra government, and it will be provided to any prisoner who have been serving the sentence in jail for more than 3 years. What was the reason behind this scheme? The majority of the inmates are sole breadwinners and their incarnations has left their family without a source of income. That means either the prisoners or the all the prisoners who are in the jail, either they are the only working member of their family and they are the only earning person in their family. So when they come to jail, their family is totally dependent on the person, and if the dependent person is only going to the jail, then the family is in trouble. So in order to provide a relief to the family persons, this scheme was launched. In the initial phase, a loan of 50,000 will be provided to the prisoners at an interest of 7%. On the interest, the bank earns 1% will be given back to the system as a contribution to the prisoners' welfare fund. Alright, so this is Jeev Hala. A loan of 50,000, a loan of initially 50,000 can be provided at a rate of 7% by the Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank to any prisoner who has been serving jail for more than 3 years. In which state? In Maharashtra state. And what is the name of this loan scheme? It is Jeev Hala. Moving on. Next, we are talking about E-Adhigam. What is E-Adhigam? Recently, remember, Haryana government has launched this E-Adhigam scheme. This is to provide 3 lakh students will be provided with tablets for online education. I repeat, recently, Haryana government has stated that around 3 lakh students will be provided with tablets for online education, and this has come under your E-Adhigam scheme. To push the digital technology penetration into education, state government of Haryana has launched the new scheme, that is E-Adhigam, to provide tablets to the students in states. The targeted beneficiary for the scheme are the students studying in 10th, 11th and 12th in the state. The tentative estimate shared by the State Education Department states that a total of 3 lakh students are expected to receive free tablets under this new scheme. India is set to implement new education policy, that is your NEP, by 2030, but the target set here is but the target of the Haryana is 2025. When did your new education policy came? NEP, it came in the year 2020. When was your NCF release? It was in 2005. We discussed this in last video. So if you haven't watched that video, do pay attention and do watch that video. Coming back, what is E-Adhikam? Who launched E-Adhikam? E-Adhikam was launched by Haryana government to provide tablets, free tablets for education, to make education digitized. This scheme was launched and around 3 lakh students of class 10th, 11th and 12th will be provided with this free tablets in Haryana. Alright, so Haryana state government launched E-Adhikam targeting 3 lakh students of 10th, 11th and 12th to provide free tablets with 2 GB internet data also. Next, we will be talking about Saheli application. This was launched by Kerala government. The reason for this application, Saheli application, was for diagnosing and controlling the lifestyle diseases. We know we don't work out now. We keep on sitting in the same place. We are not even going for walks. We are not even drinking adequate amount of water daily. We are not exercising. We are not doing yoga. So all these things leads to an unhealthy lifestyle, due to which many disease contacts us. So in order to avoid these, in order to detect those diseases, in order to diagnose these diseases in advance, this Saheli application was launched by Kerala government. Alright, government of Kerala will be launching an Android application. Yes, this is an Android application. It will be working in your mobile phones. Name Saheli. This is aimed at diagnosing and controlling lifestyle disease aimed at people in the state of Kerala. App has been a part of the population based screening project that was launched by Kerala State Health Department under Nava Kerala Karma plan. If we look at some of the key points of this, in the view of rising lifestyle based disease, the app would help to provide an accurate picture of such elements both locally and at state level, enabling the government to control such disease and formulate appropriate health plans. The app would primarily collect information about the disease like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, lung disease, as well as other lifestyle related ailments such as cancers. Along the cause for these lifestyle disease will also be collected. Alright, the name of the application is Saheli app. It is an Android app. It was launched in the state of Kerala for the people of Kerala. Alright friends, so this was your current affairs for 7th May. Important current affairs, and I hope you have made the notes of today's current affairs also and yesterday's, that is your 6th May's current affairs also. On the basis of those current affairs now, on the basis of those notes, I will be giving you some homework now. You have to comment below the homework. It is a quite good revision for all of you. First question. India's first tribal health observatory was established in dash. Second question. Name the ministry that recently signed an MOU with the Indian Space Research Organization to launch ISRO Technical Training Program. In order to train the technical staff of ISRO, this program was launched. Tell me which is the ministry related to it. Third question. Dash became the first public sector bank to go live on the account aggregator framework. Dash became the first public sector bank to go live on the AA framework that was issued by RBI. You have to tell me the name of the bank. Fourth question. Recently, SEBI restructured its secondary market advisory committee. Who will be chairing the 18 members this SAMC committee? Tell me. Fifth question. ISRO has recently planned a mission to Venus. What is the target year that ISRO will be sending a mission to Venus? But I'll give you a hint. If that mission is cancelled or any without for any reason it is delayed, then the next window for us to send the mission to Venus will be in the year 2031. So comment below what are the answer of these 5 questions. So friends, that's all for the day. I hope you enjoyed the session. Take care. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862 and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price, and that will help you to boost your preparation.